We've got a problem. What's going on, guys? We have a problem with the Subaru. It's not too major, but it definitely is an inconvenience when it comes to parking and securing the car on any type of hill. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about. Maybe you guys can relate. Maybe you guys have encountered this issue with your Subaru, your 5-speed, your manual transmission. Please excuse the mess. I got the the workhorse car over here, just a little trash bag custom grease absorber there. Anyways, yeah, what was that? No one wants to see that. So this is my e-brake, parking brake, emergency brake, whatever you want to call it, but this is pretty much crucial when it comes to a 5-speed manual or any manual transmission, because this is how you secure the car and you don't want the car to move at all. And you can see it's not really just not doing anything. We got kind of like a flappy flop. Definitely got a floppy e-brake going on here, so we're gonna investigate and see what snapped. I'm hoping possibly it's this mechanism here that just like snapped off of where the cable connects, because that would be a lot easier than running a whole new cable. Either way, we're gonna try to get this fixed or at least diagnosed and get parts on order if needed. So that's the little project that I'm gonna be working on tonight. I'm gonna figure out how to get to this thing and take the center console out and all this good stuff. So just a quick video. Hopefully it's gonna be beneficial. Hopefully it's gonna be helpful for anybody out there, because I'm hoping to learn myself. So let's go ahead and get some tools and start taking stuff apart. Let's figure this out. Hopefully it's an easy fix. What can you do? Working on cars, you never really know what you're up against, so I'm not gonna really even be surprised if something doesn't go my way, but that's just working on cars. Also, cool little light that I purchased, just kinda is spring loaded. So it's spring loaded onto that side over there. Spring loaded, it came with 2 magnets as well, so it's kinda like an under hood light, but obviously it works in pretty much all areas. Definitely handy. I can leave a link down below if any of you guys want to check it out. 2 modes, bright and not so bright, and off, rechargeable, blah blah blah. So far, so good. Let's get our screwdriver. I think we'll need a Phillips of some sort, and that's it. So we got to get the center console out, so that means we got to clean out this crap. Years and years of buildup in here. Look at, check it. I mean, I even have CDs, for crying out loud. Burnt CDs, who knows, I probably like burnt these off LimeWire or whatever, back in the day, Pirate Bay, all the OG top secret music, legal downloads, if you know what I'm saying. Looks like some type of cold medicine. I honestly have no idea what's in here. Probably should have cleaned this out before making a video, but I am only human, and this is what you get. Ooh, AutoZone rewards. So we're gonna be after these Phillips screws in here. That should get us somewhere. This part, I don't know if this is like on all Subarus, but this has always been like one of the easiest things to pop out. Just as always popped out like that. Not sure if it's missing anything, but it appears it just has a clip right there. Clips in there, and that's all that really secures that area. We'll be removing our shift knob as well. That thing unscrewed, got the cool little cob anodized blue shift knob. Little gifts from the wife back in the day. There we are. We're gonna disconnect our cigarette lighter connector here. We just pulled off this little 2-prong connector from the back of the cigarette lighter. And then there's one more little wiring harness here. Be a little pinch and a pull. Just a little push down and a pull, and that'll come apart. Set this thing aside. Ching, 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 baby. Now if you look closely, we're gonna have some screws on either side here. The bottom one there and the bottom one here. 2 Phillips head screws. Let's go ahead and get those out. Do it with the screwdriver here. Well, those weren't very tight. Those are on the verge of backing out. Okay, we got those 2 off. Now, what are we gonna do next? Let's see, what wiggles, what shakes. Now, let's pull out these 2 screws here. So we're getting a lot of wiggle going on after removing those 4 Phillips head bolts. Oh, there's a little button here. We'll undo that button. That'll help the jacket come off, I think. Should slide up and over it. Okay, this thing's a little tattered, but you know how many miles are on this thing, 173,000 plus miles. A lot of wear and tear. I guess this would be the time to want to, upgrade to the old Alcantara interior, but that'll be another day. So I'm just gonna kind of wing it and give it a little wiggle, wiggle, shake, shake. I do see these white tabs. These are like little white tabs that look like they push out. So push those guys out. Yeah, okay, that's the side piece. You can see where it's popping off this guy. Apologize with this one-handed amateur hour. As long as those clips are loose, they're not attached to this piece anymore. There we go. Oh, there we go. So, looks like nothing more. I hope there's no spiders in here. Gotta put that erected straight up. That way you can just slide it off easy. And boom, baya, Bob's your uncle, and we got it out. That wasn't so bad. We got in here, a lot of fuzz, a lot of fur. I don't see any varmints. Most interested in this linkage and seeing if it is still attached. So there it is, there's the wire, cable. Here's your little switch. It tells that your e-brake's down or up, and that actually triggers your daytime running lights on or off. Interesting, always wondered about that. Unfortunately, I still see the cable attached. So I think it may have snapped. It's kind of hard to get a view on it. It's still connected, just there's nothing going on to actually press the brakes or activate the shoes and the rear rotors here. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out. Please stand by. Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna give this just a little courtesy vacuum right in here. Get rid of the fuzz and the fur and anything else that dropped in between or accumulated over the last, 20 something years. Okay, not even 20 years yet, but getting close to it. Give it a good vacuum and regroup and go from there. See what we can figure out. I'm gonna continue to take out the center console. We have a couple more Phillips head screws to get out, and then this whole section should be free to come out. 2 more Phillips heads up front. We got one in the middle right here, and then the other 2 in the actual center console area. Let's get all 5 of these out and see if we can wiggle this next section off and get a better look down here and see where that cable may have snapped. So that's the plan, and let's get it done. Hey, zip these bad girls out here. I know I grabbed a screwdriver earlier in the video, but I mean, why do that when I got this? I don't know if I'm just getting lazier in my old age, or I'm just trying to, save my joints and my wrists and prevent any carpal tunnel I can, since I work with my hands pretty much every day. Maybe I can. Dang it. I need an extension. This is my Temu extension. If you know, then you know. You know what I mean? So, looks like that. We are free. Ooh, I see the damage. I'll be damned. I see the frayed cable. Snapperooed right off. Well, let's have a look. See the damage here. Something tells me something is wrong here. Something is very wrong here. That is the reason why my e-brake is not e-braking. The e-brake cable has left the chat, as they would say. So now we gotta find the other end of it. And it's right near here somewhere. Oh, not really sure how this mechanism works. We are learning today, and definitely that is broke. That is definitely busted. This looks like it might sandwich in between right here, and that's kind of how it actuates it. Is this a way to prevent you having to run a whole new cable when you can just kind of sandwich it right back on? I don't know, guesstimation. All right, this is exciting. We're learning so much tonight. Sorry, I am. I don't know if anybody else, why would somebody else watch this if they didn't need to know how to do it? They can't just watch it for entertainment purposes, can they? Dirty, crusty grime there. All the years of ownership, never had my center console out like that. But there's always a first for everything, right? Well, I'm hoping we're gonna be in luck, and all we're gonna have to replace is this white cable that connects to this equalizer part here that basically has a cable on the right and a cable on the left, and each pull the rear brake shoes evenly as you pull the e-brake and release it. It's only the cable that runs from the equalizer here where it locks into this adjusting nut and little threaded end here. We're gonna hope for that, but in the meantime I'm gonna get this bracket off or loose, maybe get a better look at it, what's going on in there. I'm gonna bust these nuts off. Now I believe there's gonna be one more underneath the carpet, unfortunately. So I decided to make a little slice in the carpet right here. That way I can get to this last mounting nut here underneath. So once we get that nut off, this bracket will come off and we'll be able to get a better look at our equalizer here. Get you out of the way, bruh. Now we can kind of see what's going on here. You can see the hole where the middle cable was. So a quick Google search, and yeah, this is what I'm gonna probably need. It looks like it comes from the factory, kind of like riveted on or whatever system they use to secure that cable to that bracket area. 23 to 28 bucks. I mean, that's pretty reasonable, I gotta say. I think we're gonna be in luck. I'll probably get this part on order and follow up with you guys another day when the part's here and we can figure out how to swap this thing out. I guess that's gonna be it for tonight. I'll follow up with you guys when I get the part and we'll continue this job. But until then, we'll see you in the next clip. Well, I figured this was the best opportunity to clean any of these interior pieces that I probably would never have out again. So I give them a nice rub down with some Armor All wipes. And you can see the grit and grime and crusty layers of crap over the years. These wipes definitely came in handy. Looking brand new, baby. Well, it's been a long day, but we are back. We are gonna finish the e-brake cable install here. That's the e-brake cable part number. I'll link it down below if you guys want, but we're gonna get this partial e-brake cable installed and hopefully we'll be parking successfully on hills again. So let's go ahead and dig in. Here we are. Just like we left it. We got the old busted cable here. Gotta get that thing out and replaced tonight. Got the new, looks like a some type of zinc coated cable plate doohickey here. Got a little threaded end, basically just like what's here. So hopefully it is a plug and play type of scenario. We're gonna wait and see. We're gonna find out tonight. Need a 10 millimeter. Who am I kidding? I'm using the impact on this. Alrighty then, we're back in action. Got the new battery. Got the 10 mil, got the hex shank. Got the Makita. We are looking good. What the French toast? Looks like I'm gonna need a open-end box wrench here. Got my 10 mil wrench. I'm gonna lock the bottom nut in and zip off the top nut. Just a little lock nut going on. Try not to lose it. That would definitely be a delay that we don't want. This guy will come off too. So this bottom nut's kind of like a flange, so it looks like it kind of bottoms out to this little bracket area. So keep that in mind when you put it back on. So if you guys can see anything, basically I'm just kind of working the thread off. We're figuring it out as we go, per usual. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to take out another bolt, I believe. I'm gonna take out this bolt here that holds on the whole, I guess this bracket for the e-brake here. This guy will pull off. Get this guy in my hand. Could do some serious work now. I know I can get the old one out, but the new one going in might be a struggle, my guy. All right, got myself a little flathead screwdriver. Flex this biatch on out of here. I really wish there was a good method of doing this without kind of winging it and knowing what to do. Okay, so we got some leverage here. I'm gonna push that guy down and out, like so. Okay, things are looking up. Got the old cable out, okay, getting somewhere. But getting that new one in, I guess I'll get it in the same way I got it out. What do you say? Worth a shot. The length looks perfect, so that's good. Let's go ahead and feed this biatch in there. Let's be smart about this, how about that? Let's put the e-brake down. What can you guys see is the question here, not much, so basically just feeding it through. Try not to ruin any other connection here. God, this is a pain in the dick. And the absolute dong, brother. Basically got it started. Here we go. Yes, god damn, what a tight fit that is. But as you can see, we got the new threaded end through. No damage on the threads, we're looking good. Now I'm gonna put the lock nut on. Got the flange nut first, flange down. I'm gonna lock that in place so this thing can't back out. So just get that situated, that way it can't back off. I'm gonna get this guy bolted back on. That way it's not wiggling around when we're trying to connect our other cables. All right, what do we see here? Pretty cool angle. There's a good shot of the equalizer there. So basically these come out just like a bike cable kind of style. Or this guy folds around, kind of push the cable out and around, and it'll pop off like a shouch. Just like that, it'll come out of there. Same thing with the other side. It's like that. Got their two little ends left over. So these will basically just kind of rotate in and lock in place. If we can show you guys here. This guy goes in there, rotates around. This guy goes in here. This one's a little tighter just because it has tension on the other one now. Basically, you just rotate it around. Get my big sausage fingers out of the way. Got a little bit of pressure on there, and boom, they're locked in. Let's have another look-see. So pretty straightforward. They just kind of rotate out and pull up, and they lock in just like that. And there we go. We got the equalizer mounted and secured. Then we'll kind of play with our lock nut and kind of get our pressure right and our clicks right. We'll be on our way to a new little parking brake. I'm gonna thread in the bottom nut a little bit because before that thing had like some super duper slack on it. So I'm gonna thread it in a little bit, get us a good starting point. Then obviously we'll lock in our adjustment once we get it. So we'll leave the top nut loose. We need about 8 to 10 clicks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's not very tight. So we're gonna crank down our bottom nut a little more. You guys saw before I had quite a bit of thread left over, so I'm gonna go based off of that measurement, just a rough guesstimate. Just kind of play with it until you're happy. I guess we don't want too much tension because we're gonna jeopardize the longevity of the new cable. I'm pretty sure specs like 7 to 8 clicks, but I'm just gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 is pretty much bottoms out, doesn't want to go anymore. And as you can see, my light just died on me, so rip to my light. Yeah, it's a goner. Oh boy, headlamp it is. One more cool thing about this light is you can charge it as needed. So yeah, it died on me, and now we got it plugged in, hardwired, and now we're continuing the job. Okay, well, like I was saying before I got left in the dark, we're gonna go about 8 clicks up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now if I really try to go more, I could barely get 1. So I think we're at a healthy tension. I think I'm gonna call that a day. Lock in our nut so no adjustments can be moved. Zap this one tight. Foot on the brake, gonna hit e-brake, let off, boom, no rollage. Off, on. I think we are back in action, brother. All right, pretty solid part so far. I mean, it seems pretty good quality for 30 bucks. I'll link this thing down below if you guys are interested, or if you have the same e-brake malfunction that I did. You know, nothing lasts forever, and in my case, it was the cable that gave out. So let's go ahead and button up the interior, get our cup holders back in, our little center console, little cubby, little shifter boot. Got my little makeshift little extendo on here for now, just for funsies. All right, time to get our bracket back installed here. Got the bracket back on. All 3 nuts are installed and ready to move on. So the 5 longer Phillips screws will go on the first section, just in the order that we took them out, basically. Just repeating the steps in reverse order. Keeping each one loose so I can get the next one started. So we got the middle one down here started, and we're gonna get the last 2 started in the cubby over here. As you guys saw before, nothing new. Alrighty then, crank down the other 3. Keep everybody happy and not cracked. All right, first section's in. Okay, let's get this guy in. Nice and shiny and cleaned up. First time ever. We'll get this guy back on the e-brake boot. Get that button back on. Put this guy over here. This guy's gonna come up here. Fall into place right there. Like that, like that. Everyone's happy. Well, I'm happy. That's most important, huh? 4 lonely screws left. 2 there, and 2 up front here. Over there and over there. Man, I'm glad to get this. More than anything, I'm glad to get the cup holder back. Because, man, that was one pain in the butt trying to hold, like, a coffee or whatever in between your legs and just spilling and making it look like, you know, you pissed yourself here and there. So, yeah, that'll be nice for a change to have cup holders. Never realized how much I would miss them until they were gone. The little things in life that you don't realize till they're gone. Never take them for granted. Zippity, zippity, zippity. Be careful with the 20-year-old interior. Risky business. Get this thing off of here, this goofy thing. Oops. This was my big rig shifter at the time. It had like one here, another extension, and then the actual shift knob. That was fun for a while, but dang was it sloppy. Last but not least, we're gonna get our little connector back on, reconnect it here. Connect this boy here. Connect this guy here. Click, click. Feed our shift boot through here. Pop her up there. Cob shift knob going on. Back to normal, back in business. Bing, bang, boom. Everyone's happy. Back in order. Satisfying. Out of gear. And we are working golden. I definitely forgot to button the jacket here. Gotta button the jacket down below. Clickety clack. Back to the functioning e-brake, and I am very excited to get back to it. Well, this is the crazy light, but yeah, this is it. This is all she wrote for this job. Got our e-brake working again. E-brake is e-braking. We're all happy. Back in business. Gonna last another 20, 30 years, who knows? I guess I'm gonna sign off here in the car with my nice cool light right above me. If you guys need an e-brake cable, I'll link it down below. There was no video online showing this procedure, so I figured I'm gonna make a video and teach those out there, or let people know about the procedure and how to do it, and let them decide if they want to do it for themselves. But just another wear and tear item on the worn out Subi, and I'm happy we got this thing replaced tonight, and it was just only 30 bucks, so I can't really complain. Hope the video can help you out if you guys encounter the same issue. But until then, we'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.